Hello, welcome to Crypto Reddit God. Today we are looking at how Reddit is reacting to Elon Musk tweeting that Tesla won't accept Bitcoin anymore due to uh, sustainability of proof of work and so on. Okay, here we have a post that is actually really popular, got 8,300 upvotes in in 8 hours. And that's quite quick. Very popular opinion. Elon is the worst thing that ever happened to crypto. Well, we'll see. You'd have to would have had a healthy, sustainable growth before he injected himself into the scene. That is true. He started up the hype with Bitcoin with insane and unsustainable leap, then created the meme mania with Doge, which gave the rise to shit coins and scams. And then just like that, he decided to file on Bitcoin and Doge. Please remember, Doge is a fork from Bitcoin. It inherited the same proof of work and one impact. So he pumped up Doge for months and now he filed and Doge too. Elon can leave crypto forever, or I can. So he has some valid points. Uh, he knew all along that Bitcoin isn't really good for environment, using I don't know, probably 0.5% of world electricity at this point. And he's just changed his mind now. He's probably just dumping, this is my speculation, just to buy more. And then he's talking about Doge, and Doge is like they might accept it soon for Tesla payment, and Doge is actually the same. So he's just trying to pump and dump. Well, this is interesting. This is definitely not good for the crypto space. It's fun and games for him. He can move a $2 trillion market by multiple percentage points on a random meme tweet. Must make you feel powerful. There are bonuses. Crypto is an unregulated Wild West, where if he did the same kind of thing for stocks, the regulators would be his back pretty quickly. Well, they were on his back in a few years ago when he tweeted about bringing Tesla private for 420 price. He got fined. I don't know exactly how much. But he could get fined for this as well, because especially the Gary Gensler that got to SSC, he's probably going to do the duck test. You know, if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, and quacks like a duck, then that bird is a duck. Well, we'll see. You really should watch his series on MIT, the lecture. It's really great. Hans does not feel good knowing that he has such power to manipulate the market. This kind of power was one of the reasons Toshi made Bitcoin. This is a very valid point because Bitcoin wants to be the decentralized means of exchange and so on. But actually, it's really centralized, just like the polymath, uh, polymathia. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Said before, if just one guy's tweet can move the market a few percentage points, then it really asks the question how decentralized it even is. It's probably really centralized. On that point, then mining is really centralized as well. So this is really interesting. The only thing decentralized, could you say it's the nodes? They're real centralized, well, more or less. Well, most of his power comes from fanboys, which invoke hype and create some sort of self-fulfilling prophecy. This is completely normal. It's like people move in herds. Everything goes where they most people want to go. First step is to educate people, especially when it comes to such unstable growth. Most people see it as an opportunity for profit, and most get burned. It's gambling. This is probably very much true. You know, you really should be aware of the risk you take when going into crypto. Because if you look at from the start, Bitcoin went from zero to what 51,000 that's right now in since what that's 2009. So that's pretty quickly. Like that's really not sustainable long term because really soon it will be if you maintain the same spread for the next decade, it will be more than all the money in this planet or everything else is worth all the businesses, the houses, the properties, and so on. This is really something interesting that my professor, we were at finance, it was like, well, you can get a 7% return. And I was like, well, if you plug this in on a long period of time, like 500 years, Like it doesn't invest in return into basically everything. So that's actually not true. You can't really get forever. There's a limit to how much you can actually have. Well, but that limit is constantly growing. So it's great. People play his calls because they're greedy. Very natural human behavior. Just like I said, this is very natural. It always happens. There are booms and busts. And this is never gonna change. We are humans after all. Hello, remind me of 2018 post. I'm not greedy, I don't want a Lambo. Just want to buy some digital money and sell it 6 months later for enough money so I never have to work another day in my life. Is that too much to ask? This is really popular thinking, but if it worked like this, it would be stupid because nothing good comes in a day or 6 months in this case. It takes forever. So maybe you should just read the Tim Ferriss book, The 4 Hour Work Weekend, where he talks about the news and how you can become free in this world. If they just see dollar signs and get that $1 equals $1, let's assume. They make very poor effort to discuss what it means for cryptocurrency to overtake every fiat currency in the world and what criteria needs to be met for it to be even capable of tempting. Well, it's getting close. I think the M1 money supply of USD is about 3 trillions, maybe 4. So it's getting really close. I think that all the printed dollars are around 1.5 trillions, if I remember correctly. Oh, that number is going up all the time. So yeah, it's close. Maybe see in this cycle. Not financial advice. Best thing this price shouldn't monkeys could do is to, I can't read that, and hold their stack and keep buying because you sure as hell can expect any innovative criteria discussion from them. It doesn't have to do with what its fair price colonies could be. It must be a really big maximalist. But you'll see, most will fail. Yep, they try having critical discussion on cryptocurrency as a whole here. Pretty hard. People don't want to hear that their favorite coin they're planning to hold for the next 100 years might not make it. This is very much true. Like probably 99.9% of them will fail. There's what 9,400 different tokens and coins. Come on, it just makes no sense. And most of them are scams. They make no sense. They are an ICO to raise money. That's fine, and so on. But it's gonna be an interesting next decade. Are you telling me that big coins won't survive the test of time? Well, probably not. The centralized Zedursnam, or however you pronounce that. Well, at least you can still have a real discussion here without ban. That is true. Just then go on Bitcoin and talk about other coins. Well, as you can see, the Reddit is really not happy about Elon. That makes sense. It's probably like a big plan from just doing it for fun, as somebody pointed out. Well, this is it for today. Thank you for listening, tuning to this. See you tomorrow. Bye.